Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Star Trek Adventures Ganymede, Season 2, Episode 3, A Lawless Port. What's so lawless about it? I don't know. Why don't we ask our Q?
Telling you. Um. Anyhow, if everyone's ready to go, Captain, are you ready to give your log?
Yes.
Okay. Whenever you are ready, Captain.
Right. Captain's log. Stardate 56157.2. The Ganymede has resumed her patrol along the Silk Road. While there has been no further engagement since our encounter in the neutral zone, the orders given to us by Starfleet Command are all too clear. We have been ordered that under no circumstances anyone aboard the Ganymede to do any further investigations into the mysterious Borg drone found on the smuggler ship Jade Moon. The drone is to be kept under strict guard until custody can be taken over by a vessel with more authorization. More than likely Shelby and her squadron of pathetic yes-men. Normally in this scenario, Command would insist we divert course and to the nearest starbase. However, given our distance from any major starbases, they have simply requested that we continue on our mission, and that a vessel would rendezvous with us to retrieve the drone. Let it be noted in my log that I wholeheartedly disagree with Starfleet's decision. The Ganymede is the perfect ship to undertake this investigation. Dr. Dallo is an expert at cybernetics, and I have the utmost confidence in my crew to perform this task. Nevertheless, until the time has come to relinquish the drone, it is business as usual, I suppose.
And with that, we'll be right back after the opening intro, ladies and gentlemen. Stay tuned. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Star Trek Ganymede, A Lawless Port.
Ready. We are going to start off, I guess. At least for the first map, on the bridge. There. Rack is there.
Yeah, get that reject out of here.
Hey, that's mean.
Nobody
Although
compares to Grack.
I am gonna put, I think I'll put Walker on the other console. If that is acceptable.
Oh yeah, that's fine. He just can't be in Grack's chair.
Okay. So, you are continuing along the neutral zone. A rather,
Oh, hang on just a second. My food just got here. I'll be right back.
yeah, rather sort of empty stretch of space. So I think I'll ask the question: is there anything specific anyone would like to do?
Did you say my task for that smart blood thing? Do I need to do that every beginning of the session?
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
this is sort of when I sort of try to set aside the start of a session for the exact purpose of doing tasks like these. And actually, you'll also notice for your purposes and for you to write notes in about what work you're doing on this particular project. There's now an research and development tab.
Oh, cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, and I have to make it so that everyone can edit it. So you can edit this and you can make whatever notes you would like. It is also where once I make sure I get it right. I'm just trying to figure out where I left the stats for this particular task. Double check. Where is it?
I think I just remember something about it being like a 3 difficulty or something like that. That's all I remember. I can't remember what. I wrote a lot of stuff and it started working out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, sorry, I'm back.
I'll get all the specific stats for that task whenever last week's episode goes up on YouTube. I'll double back to that and write down what you did in that one.
Sounds good.
Huh. Interesting. Oof. Okay. Huh. That's
As I said, I would fight them on that because nobody else follows that policy.
it's whatever. Anyway, prepare a note so I can write this down myself. So, you started doing research, if I'm remembering correctly.
Yes.
Okay. So for this, you're going to be finishing your research. And that means this is going to be you sort of scribing up the plans. I'll pull us down to the not science lab, sick bay. He is not there, and neither is Korn, and neither is the EMH. You're there. Okay. This is going to be reason, science, difficulty, of 3, assisted by the ship's computers. Science. Did I say reason science? Sorry, reason medicine. Is that what I said? Oh no, this is engineering because this is
I'll say
engineering. Huh?
I was like, because I think you had me choose like 3 focuses to base the research off of, I believe.
Right. No, I remember now. These tasks are like always engineering because it gives it gives characters stuff to do with their engineering stat. Reason engineering, diff 3. No complication on this one. Assisted by computers engineering.
Can E-Mate help as well, or is it just one assist only?
I'll say you can have an assist. It just means that they'll be predisposed for the purposes of this opening scene. If you want someone else to help you.
I think Korn might be a good lead as well in case he wants to help me out. I think he helped me out with the Borg.
I think
corpse, whatever.
Yeah, I was there for that. I do remember that from
Right.
the last episode.
Right. The thing I will say, is that Korn will, even if Korn has better stats, he will be the one who's assisting because
Right.
you're the research lead here.
Yep, that makes sense.
And I think we did that last time as well, I think.
Yeah.
So if Korn isn't busy, I'd love his help on this.
Are you coming down to engineering for me to come up?
Commander Korn, this is Dr. Dalacroix.
Go for engineering.
Yeah, I can borrow you for a moment in medicine or sick bay.
On my way.
Research here I'm doing.
On my way. And I head up after I let my assistant engineer know my dear friend Ferengi. Hey, can you handle things here? I'm going to be headed up to help Dr. Cross with a special project.
Deal.
I always know how to make you happy. As he walks out.
So sexual.
Well, he did say deal, so like he's just, metaphorically stroking that Ferengi's lobes. Not physically, but you know what I mean?
Blood.
No.
That's called harassment.
What was that called?
We joke
that
in
thing?
the engineering room. We have light jokes. Even if they are not considered, Starfleet protocol. They are still jokes.
Does he feel unsafe?
That's up to Larad to determine. If he feels like he's being, in a position that he's being backed into, I will gladly back off. Because I'm chief engineer and I know my boundaries.
Fine.
Okay.
So, anyhow,
I don't know of any cats that know their boundaries.
so Korn, you walk into sickbay. It's a fairly, things are fairly slow today. It has been for the past few weeks, honestly. I mean, with the exception of well, the obvious big Borg thing that happened about a week ago.
By the way, I'm keeping that internal to just the senior staff that only know, and I haven't even told any of the engineering staff, even my assistant, because unless the captain says to keep it hush-hush, I'm keeping it hush-hush.
Okay.
Who said the captain said keep it hush-hush?
Well, I'm just assuming because, of the sensitivity and the nature of what we're dealing with that, lower decks don't need to involve themselves with whatever's going on topside.
I mean, fair, but
Yeah. Compartmentalizing is basically what he's doing.
you're still allowed to tell specific people.
Yeah. Like, anyone who needs to be directly involved with the task at hand, yes. But, just the average Joe Schmo in engineering, like an ensign, who has no need to know, then there's no need to know, is what I'm saying. Right?
Right.
Okay.
So, for the purpose of this task, we'll get to that in a moment, Doctor. So, as said, this is Reason Engineering, Diff 3, assisted by Computers Engineering, and Korn can assist you.
Can I buy a die with threat?
I will take that.
I'd be rolling control engineering, correct?
No, Reason.
Reason, thank you.
Because this is both of you, you're doing computer design. So you're not even at the point where you can start rolling the first. You're not even at the point where you're starting to build your prototypes. This is you designing the first prototype.
Understood. Oh, you rolled?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, I was distracted.
And can someone also roll the ship's computers engineering? Okay. So that's 1 momentum generated. Two momentum generated. As you have a fairly good design in place, you knew some of the design pitfalls to avoid, namely those that some of the design flaws that Wesley Crusher encountered when he was messing around with nanotechnology.
Quick little sidebar. What is Lieutenant Commander's Korn's specialties? Like, what's he specialize in?
I specialize in, those would be my talents, if I'm correct, right?
Focuses.
My focuses...
Although sometimes talents can also kind of inform.
Jeffrey's tubes are my playground. EPS systems, transporters and replicators, work field dynamics, linguistics, and inspiration are my focuses. And then my talents are cautious engineering, collaboration engineering, testing a theory, I know my ship, and my extra appendage tail ability, prehensile tail. I can barely pronounce that.
No, cool. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure because I was probably gonna put your name down as like the, what's the word? Not co-creator. Yeah, like
as a secondary.
Yeah.
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 Gotta give credit where credit's due. So.
Yes, I demand royalties. Just kidding.
You don't get paid anything.
Yes, I know, this is Starfleet. If I was a Ferengi, I would, but I'm not. So enough said.
Very good. Okay, so you have a pretty good, a pretty solid design in mind. It's just going to be a matter of implementing it in the near future.
Sounds good. Is there anything that I need to do to get this kind of green lighted to conduct any sort of tests, or I guess start building it?
That's something that you'd bring up to the captain.
Whenever we get to it, of course. I'm not trying to make this all about me right now, so.
Okay. In which case, we will get back to that next time. I think my next question is, does anyone else have anything that they want to look into?
Holloway is going to do his own research on Leonard Walton. See what he can find in Starfleet database and anything of that nature.
All right.
Ask
very
Rusto
good.
some questions, that kind of thing.
Okay. I will. No, never mind. I assume that you're leaving the handling of the I assume you're leaving the handling of the Borg drone to Karak.
Oh, absolutely. With express instructions not to let anybody in. Wink, wink.
Okay. We'll get to that. we will get to that. Sounds like you're probably going to be doing this research in your ready room.
Yes.
Okay. What specifically are you looking for about Walton?
Sorry, took a bite of my sandwich. Specifically, at the moment, I'm looking to see if any other records that have mentioned any kind of other encounters with this individual. Just in Starfleet database, see if any other ships or any other captains or crew have ever encountered this man.
Okay. Case, give me a I'm gonna say reason security
Okay.
assisted by the ship's computer's security. Difficulty 2.
2. I will buy a die with threat. Yeah, Holloway's got pretty good security.
Yep, so that's another 2 momentum. So you wanted to know whether he's had any whether he has like a criminal record?
Yeah, just anything similar, any other ships have encountered this,
Well, it
the
takes
same kind of thing.
it takes a little digging. And I'll put this down under clues. That he has no criminal record. He's never officially been charged with any crime. However, he has been investigated before for smuggling.
Who investigated him?
Hmm?
Who led that investigation?
Okay. That would be if you'd like to spend a momentum, I can answer that question for you.
Yep, have momentum.
And I'm going to spend 2 threat because unfortunately the person who led that investigation is no longer is someone who you will not be able to make easy contact with. The person who investigated him once upon a time was one Constable Odo on Deep Space Nine.
Oh, interesting.
But Odo's not around anymore.
Yeah. Can you put that in the clues also?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
That saves me from taking all these notes, especially when I'm devouring a sandwich.
Yeah.
I wish I would have got a full cup of soup because that broccoli and cheddar soup was amazing.
Oh, is it?
It was so good. Broccoli and cheddar soup. From McAllister's.
Alrighty. There you go. Update to the Walton investigation.
Awesome.
Which I added a nifty little thing to. Nifty little image.
Oh, you did. Oh, I saw the image. Okay, I thought you had just added a new one.
No.
No known arrests. Okay.
Oh, and I'll also add under suspicion of smuggling.
Okay.
But as no charges were brought against him, the records of that investigation aren't readily available to you.
Okay.
You'd have to put in a request to Deep Space Nine to get access to the investigation report that Odo did and get it unsealed.
Okay.
And that would take some time, more time than you have right now.
Yup. Okay.
Meanwhile, Karak. You have been, as mentioned, you have been given instructions to. Hang on. You have been given instructions to handle the containment of the found Borg drone. How are you gonna handle that?
I also want to preference real quick that Holloway has given specific instructions that they need to have security clearance to come in contact with it, being bridge crew basically, so main characters, or high level security officials are the only ones allowed near it. But they can go near it at will because fuck Starfleet's orders.
Right on. I'm just, I got it's bunk beds in there. I'm just staying in there with them to learn everything I can. No, well, we know that it's not like a typical Borg, right? It's like a imitation Borg or like a recycled Borg or something.
Imitation Borg. It's like
Imitation
imitation crab.
Yeah, like whitefish.
Ah.
It's not really crab. But I mean, is that correct, or am I remembering incorrectly?
That's what we gathered, anyways.
Yes.
Okay.
Specifically, as the Doctor put together, and I kind of had to re-clarify after the game. It is a Cardassian who specifically had Borg implants surgically put into him utilizing Cardassian surgical techniques.
And have we uncovered like what type of or what types of cybernetics? I don't know what you call them. That he, I mean, do we know what they are? Like what they do? I guess is what I'm trying to say. Special abilities. Oh yeah, this thing.
You currently do not.
Okay. Well, I think we should try to figure that out. Maybe with the doctor's help. I think that's what he's doing anyway, isn't it? Something along those lines.
Okay.
I'll
So
take
where
that
are
as
you, so first
maybe.
question, where are you having this thing stored?
Well, that's why I was saying all that stuff as I was trying to figure out the best place for it. So again, the question was what is the doctor doing exactly, or that I would know of anyway?
I'm pretty sure I told the main people kind of what I'm up to. I'm not trying to hide anything from you guys.
Yeah, there was a meeting about this at the end of the last episode, I remember, where we discussed it. He was developing some kind of antidote blood thing.
Was that like yesterday or before?
It was about a week ago.
I don't know. I was making a memory joke. Yeah, I just missed some of what the doctor was saying because my food arrived, so I was trying to figure out exactly what he's doing. I guess if it's a mystery, or if you guys don't want to relay it again.
I'll tell you.
Okay.
Essentially, its primary purpose is counteract the simulation process, and then also it as a secondary, it helps with helps lessen the rejection rate for cybernetics, transplants, and et cetera, and stuff like that. So they take better to outer body surgeries.
I remember that. Okay. So yeah, from last week. The so are you actively studying this Borg?
I believe I got what I could out of last session. I believe. I don't know if I learned what I could, and then I let the captain know. Captain's like, "All right, get it out of here, or put it on ice, whatever."
All right. So you're not actively harvesting it for info.
If I remember right, it can actually be put together and be brought online as an isolated individual. I believe, if I remember right.
I remember the captain said, "Don't do that without his express permission."
Right, for sure. That, of course.
Well, don't they have some sort of like? I may be remembering it wrong, but do they have stasis of any sort?
This isn't a Borg, though.
And that's why I was like, maybe we should try and help him because as a doctor, I'm supposed to try and help everybody. But
Well, sure, but until the time that we do that, I was thinking, like literally put him on ice.
right,
Like, if we have stasis or something, just do that so that he won't be able to
Yeah,
be remotely activated or anything like that.
You can get together you can get together a stasis tube.
okay.
All right. So
Because I'm not sure if it's technically dead or not. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
and then we'll I guess we'll keep him in security because we want him to be in a secure location. So like in a probably in like our most secure, if there is one, most secure cell for the jokers of Starfleet or Star Trek.
Yeah, that'll be a brig.
Yeah, because Karak is a fan of going overboard on stuff, and then he'll also want to make sure that there's a containment field which can mitigate or stop communications.
Okay. That will require a control engineering difficulty 2. Unfortunately, Korn cannot help you.
Larad is
Like,
always busy. Not.
I am a capable engineer. Would any of my focuses apply on this sort of venture?
May I say something real quick?
Hold on. I
Yeah.
want to check on Karak's focuses super quick. I am gonna say no.
Okay. What were we gonna say, Doctor?
The other doctor, the doctor, his focus is cryogenics and stasis technology.
Yes. The only problem, Doctor, is you have set yourself to working on this smart blood.
Okay, I don't know if I can split up the task like that and go, hey, other doctor, go help him out. Okay.
That's the thing with this opening. The way I run these little opening project scenes is that you get to work on one.
So is the cryogenesis guy working with the doctor on this thing, or is he just like hanging out at 10 forward, sipping some fake brandy?
The cryogenesis guy?
Yeah, he said he had a doctor, like a support character that specializes in that. I get what you're saying, that the doctor's busy, but
yes.
is that
Kingston?
guy?
Yes. Oh, you can bring in Kingston. Absolutely.
Awesome.
I will say that will require you to bring him into the loop.
I don't know what his engineering is
If
like.
Cap signs off on
Pretty
it.
good.
His engineering is only 2.
Well, it'll be fine. I'll just if a supporting engineer or somebody can assist me, cool, or the ship's computer or whatever. If not, no big deal.
It's up to you guys.
I'll take that as a maybe. Maybe I can get an assist.
yes, the ship will assist you with structure security either way.
Okay. What about like an assist from a?
If you want Larad to leave engineering and assign it to a second in command,
I mean,
that's up
what's
to you.
Pax doing, right?
I'm just gonna roll. What's it?
Pax can help.
What's the difficulty?
It is difficulty of 2.
All right.
This is just you're just making an advantage that you've set up a more secure
I see.
More secure cell.
I'll buy a die with momentum. Ooh. I am precise to a fault. I wouldn't mess up that badly. Or I wouldn't allow myself.
You're gonna spend a value?
Yeah.
Okay. You rolled the 2.
Haha.
And the ship's structure security.
Somebody want to do that?
I got it.
You got it. Okay.
Well, we got a momentum out of it, or the one I spent, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, you get that momentum back. Is what happens. So yes. No, it's not decomposing because it's stasis. That's explicitly what those tubes are for. Um, so put him in. They put him in the tube, roll him into the cell, turns on the force field, and then working together with Wigo, you press a few buttons on the terminal. You have to open up some side routines, mainly that are used for the purposes of structural integrity, and then you reapply those to this room, and you hear a louder hum as the entire structural integrity of the cell is reinforced in a way that will make it harder to break through it. Final question: Who are you stationing? Who are you stationing at this cell? Are you going to use regular Starfleet security, or are you going to use the
Yeah, we'll use Wigo.
I was gonna ask, are you gonna use regular Starfleet security, or are you gonna use the
the hoplites?
The hoplites.
Yeah, we can use hoplites. That's a good idea.
In that case. This is how I'm gonna remember that this is what they are.
No, one has a target. Run!
No. Oh no, he's gonna die.
Now we just need to replicate 5 feet of concrete or something.
I mean, he is. I mean, he is wearing the equivalent of the next generation version of a red shirt. Lead lining.
Yeah, just lead line it. Just pour concrete over him and just bury him. Leave it at that. Never speak of it again.
Yeah, definitely won't name him and
Yep.
restore his personality and then adopt him and then.
Oh yeah, no. When the doctor on the Hadfield did this, she ended up naming him after her deceased brother, which was rough.
Good idea.
Okay, that takes care of Karak, Korn, the captain, the doctor.
Do we have anybody? Do we have any characters named James or Jimmy?
I don't.
Then we could have Jimmy, Karak, and Korn.
Dang it! Dang it! Get out.
We do have Lieutenant James McConnell.
We're gonna have to start hanging out with him.
Oh no!
Get out. Jump out of that airlock right now.
Aye, sir.
Aye, sir. Just spaces himself.
I'll just show myself out.
I'll just show myself out.
I seem to remember last week that Kara had mentioned something about a poker game.
Oh. Yes, would you like to do a scene of that?
Sure.
Poker game!
I'm not sure what we could actually do as players, but yes, definitely.
Oh, whoa. That tells you how long it's been since we've used that map.
Yeah, since we had to break Kara out of there. No, not 2 of me.
Wait, no. No, god
Just
dang
keep
it.
adding hallways until the room is full.
It reminds me of that
Oh my God.
Dupler episode from Lower Decks.
So you mean hollow holloways?
Oh, boo!
I stand by what I said. So who else is going to be participating in this poker game?
I mean, this is Holodeck 3, so everybody except for Corn's invited.
If we're busy, I can't. But if not, I'd love to be there.
For the purposes of this, this isn't going to mechanically affect anything that you guys do outside of this. This is just sort of a funny little.
You gotta pause sometime to eat.
Yeah.
And absolutely, this is some Western thing. Come on now.
Oh no, Correct won't participate. He has an unfair advantage.
Oh.
Yeah. Yep. Wait, so does Kara.
It's cheating to read other people's minds. She would
Wait,
not.
yep, Kara's got a gentle soul, so.
We're all wearing.
Karak, on the other hand.
No, he wouldn't cheat, but he also feels that, he's got all that Vulcan logic to support his number counting.
Good.
Yep.
Now, I will ask Dr. Dallo, are you inviting Ensign Kenson along with you?
Yes, I have to. Because that's hilarious.
Nice.
Because I know we discussed that last time.
It's like they were meant to be together because they're both cartoons and they're the only two.
Cartoons on the ship.
What is Grak? Is he an oil painting?
Yeah, it's actually the from the show Who Mourns Morn. It's the picture of Morn on velvet that they brought to the funeral.
Oh, that's awesome.
The aviators and the tribble hairpiece have been very badly photoshopped over the top of them at Grak's request.
What? No way.
Badly? That is amazing.
Are you-
I don't know what you're talking about. Like, that's the most realistic Lurian I've ever seen.
Very Star Trek.
And that
With his
hairpiece,
flowing
definitely not a
mane.
tribble.
Oh no. It didn't just move on its own.
It's not hiding cards up there. He's not hiding cards in there, is he?
Part of me just wants EMH to play just so I can have the GM play EMH in a Western poker session.
So you guys are doing an Old West style.
Oh, this
poker
is absolutely
session?
an old West saloon. Like,
It's a speakeasy.
It's a
from
speakeasy.
the 20s in the back of an Old West, a late 1800s saloon.
yeah, it's an
Hey.
amazing thing.
So let me see how I'm gonna. I think I know how I'm gonna do this. So everybody, make me control command rolls.
Yay.
Deception focus.
Yes.
Ha
Not yet, actually.
Doctor's orders where I can use my medicine instead of my command check.
Oh my god, my other character has the fucking specialization in fucking card games. Ugh.
I
At
will
this point-
let you do
Sorry.
that, Doctor.
Yes. Doctor never lies.
Oh my god.
We're playing poker, guys. It's happening.
Hey.
Highly illogical.
That's for Ensign Kenson.
Oh, okay. I was like, who's that for? I would like to buy a die with threat.
I was just about to say, is nobody gonna buy a die with threat?
I don't want to buy
Load 'em up.
threat for this.
Oh, I'm buying a threat.
Can we say he's anteing up?
I'll take two threat as you guys
Whoa,
both ante up.
Whoa,
You have
why
to.
would you give him threat?
Because I can
What?
re-roll.
Wait, why is it two?
He's already got
threat?
to focus.
Because two people said they wanted to give me a threat.
I don't
Oh.
think two people did.
Oh,
It was just
Oh.
me.
Oh,
I
just
didn't
you.
know.
Never
Just
mind.
him.
Never mind. Okay. There you
I
go.
was the
Cap.
only one.
This is Cap's time off. We're letting him win.
I will re-roll that 0.
Well, basically, everybody agreed not to. There was an unspoken agreement to not spend threat, and then he did. So you are letting him win.
Exactly.
Oh dear.
Uh.
As
It's hilarious and awesome.
It is.
Yeah, wait,
Drac hasn't
Drac.
rolled yet.
Grack, you need to you need to roll.
Okay. Because clearly this doesn't matter at all. I'm gonna use my value of no points for second place.
Oh my God, we're doing
This
this.
is great.
Like it.
This is
I like
great.
where this is going.
I love this so much.
Well, I like to use my value of good enough is never enough.
Oh my God, and you've got a
And
complication.
I'll still roll a fucking 20. Unbelievable.
Oh my God. Oh.
Now's your chance to
jeez.
spend some momentum.
Hey, Greg, do you have another value called flying by the seat of my pants?
Okay, so Doll, I would like you to make, because you got 2 successes.
And I didn't know we could spend threat as a
yeah.
player.
No, it's fine. So because you got 2 successes, because I had a hidden difficulty for that. You can roll me a presence command roll difficulty 2 to stay in it.
Okay.
And you're right. You can't spend threat as a player. You can only give it to the GM
Oof.
for an extra die.
Yeah, no, you bust out. You thought you had it. You thought you had a good hand, but the captain and Grack just bluffed you too well.
At least I
Not
lost early.
Dr. Cross, you just had a bum hand, and you folded. And Ensign Kenson was distracted. I wonder by what.
But the real winner here today was Karak because he didn't have to endure social awkwardness.
But now everyone just kind of watches. Everyone just kind of watches now as Captain Holloway and Grack are just going at it now, and they just keep upping it. This time, for the second round, I need you both to give me insight command. And this time, Captain, your deception focus.
What?
You're gonna both give me opposed insight command, and this time your deception focus does help, Captain.
Just Grat and Jack?
Yeah, just Grack and
Cool.
Jack.
I like to imagine that, like, we're having this game.
What about my my evasive action focus for bluffing?
Nice try, but no.
Oh, okay. This is not going to go well for me because that's like.
I'm gonna play fair.
Oh, hang on. I think I have the. Nah, I'm not gonna use any of those.
Whoever drew the lipstick mark on Doctor's face, you're amazing. You're the best.
Beautiful. Oh my God.
Thanks. I'm an artist.
My character was up. I didn't see that at all. I love it.
I mean, I drew the heart, the terribly drawn heart. But then I look down and there's a lipstick mark.
Beautiful. As captain, you know, Crack played hard, but you played harder.
Well played, Lieutenant.
Always a good game.
Indeed. We ought to do this more often.
I'm sure at some point, like Ensign Kinson and Doctor were just doing so poorly. Like, yeah, this is fun and all, but we're gonna do saloon stuff. We're gonna...
Yeah.
There are definitely plenty of saloon stuff things to do.
Yeah.
And Kara reminds you guys that Holodeck 3 is always on and always open.
I'm starting to find that when it comes to you and the senior staff, the house always seems to win.
Well, you got to know when to hold them.
No, don't
And-
you dare. Nope, don't finish that sentence. Do not finish
You
that
also
sentence. Nope.
gotta know.
I order you to not finish that sentence.
You never count your money while sitting at the table.
No.
Oh my
Chris in real life hates country music. So
Gone in
Computer
real
load,
life hates country
load
music
training
also.
scenario.
But I'm from Texas, so it was like really awkward growing up and being like, "Hey, can you turn off that awful music? Maybe play some Depeche Mode."
Oh god. Oh my god. Like, it's whenever I go down to my family in Virginia, it's just country music, and I'm like, can we maybe listen to show tunes? No. No?
In my old
Okay.
age, I've developed a tolerance for like old country, like
Like I like Western. I like Western music.
I like all kinds of music, both country and western.
But country Western.
boo.
Yeah. Well, they can have it. I think I've got the jackpot myself.
Just talking about your dick.
Ooh.
Zing.
Zing.
spicy.
Holloway just stands up from the table and he says, well, I've got some work to finish up. Still on for bounty hunting later, Kara?
Absolutely.
All right.
Bounty hunting? What do you people do in here?
Kara just grins.
Are there jetpacks?
No,
mean,
but
there could
there
be.
are horses.
There are horses and rifles and lassos.
I
Alright,
don't know myself, but
Karen.
that sounds like fun.
She just sort of puts her hands behind her head and says, a little too low tech for my blood.
Low tech. That was my childhood.
How old are you? I'm not there.
You never ask a lady her age.
Yep. This is why Karak doesn't interact socially too much. He doesn't know stuff like that.
Except for when he dates Vulcans.
Whew.
And Jack will take a drink of jet fuel and then head back to the ready room.
Beautiful. Okay, new scene. Go down a momentum.
Okay. I like to think that was like the opening scene of the episode kind of thing. Like
Oh, yeah.
TNG when it always has like some opening scene and
Yeah. Yeah. You know, they were filming a Western in like the next studio over, so like
We borrowed their set.
we borrowed their set on one of the days where they weren't filming, and
yeah.
Can my scene have been a montage with like appropriate music and everything?
oh yeah, totally.
Cool. Gotta have a montage.
Man, you know what? I just realized they never did montages in like
That's because Star Trek is good. Montages are lame.
And so you are all on the bridge. It has been a rather ordinary duty shift. When all of a sudden, more or less out of nowhere, the ship makes a massive lurch. Lights go dim for a moment. Did that play?
Yep.
Okay. Didn't play for me. As consoles spark and overload, everybody on the... Actually, just everybody, now that I think about it.
One question I have for the GM. Would this trigger a red alert because the ship's
yeah.
taken damage?
Yes.
The lights went on.
Yeah, this will trigger a automatic red alert. And you don't have to worry about the sound effect. I'll take care of the sound effect.
Yeah, I was gonna say you got to play the sound effect.
It's already playing through.
A loop.
Yep.
As everyone needs to make me a fitness security roll, difficulty of 2, but I am spending 2 threat to increase the comp range by 1.
Oh my!
This is like my worst
boy.
anything.
Okay.
And
I will buy a die with threat.
Take it. Fitness security.
would my
I'll buy a die of
Composure.
momentum.
would my composure or martial arts focuses apply?
Actually,
Meaning
that's a good
martial
question.
arts for the stance.
I'm
Or
gonna say
composure
no.
Really? I thought for
Composure?
sure at least martial arts would work just for keeping your balance.
I'm gonna
Wait.
say no.
My spring ball training.
Well, my prehensile tail come in handy as a talent for balance.
I'll buy a die
Oh,
with threat.
you know what? If it, yeah, I think. Let me check and see prehensile tail. Let me just double check what that talent does. Cation, prehensile tail.
Yeah. Oofda.
What's the
Oh
difficulty?
yeah. Okay, yeah. In addition, the character gains a bonus D20 to any fitness test to maintain balance or to climb. That's absolutely what this is.
Yep.
But when you roll 20, it's because it's fucking game.
What's the difficulty?
2.
2. You spent your determination earlier.
Yeah, I know, but I was thinking about things to do. Well, I'll just buy off that complication.
Oh, nice.
You squashing it?
Yeah, 19 is a complication. Okay, let's see who generated momentum.
If I could use spring ball, I got a 3. If not, then just regular.
You'd have to sell me on it.
If I can't use martial arts, I don't see how you could use spring ball.
Yeah, like
It's literally bouncing around. But all right, what are these focuses?
Martial arts is literally keeping your balance and not falling.
Yeah, I'm aware. I think that's weird too. But okay. like focus are supposed to be like super vague for a reason.
Yeah.
Has gravity been
I'll
taken away, or
I'll take it. You know what? I'll take both of those. Now that I think about it.
Because it's silly.
Okay, I'll take it for both of those. So you do pass Karak.
Okay, cool.
With still a complication on the board. I
Yeah,
have
I
to-
think he's
I'll
squashed
bought it off.
Oh, you were able to buy off both?
That's why we don't have. That's
No.
Well, he re-rolled one.
Yeah, re-roll.
and you still
got
and you
another one.
still. Oh, so there's only one.
Yeah,
Okay.
but is it?
You
Yeah, it's
hit
still a
it.
complication, but I bought it off.
Okay.
That's why we don't have momentum down there.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
porn did generate 1, however.
Well, that's something.
That's something.
Oh yeah, if you take my spring ball though, I got a 2 on that one.
Yeah.
Oh hey,
So that is another hit. So that's 2 momentum. Now for the part that's gonna hurt.
Yes.
Everybody's killed.
I'm okay with that. Funny enough.
For everyone who made it, let's see, I'm gonna run down the list. So, Grack, you take 2 stress. Captain,
Ow.
you take no stress. Karak, you take 1 stress. Horn, you take 2 stress.
Understood.
Did you roll for Dollar Eye?
No, because you're the ones that failed.
Oh, we're getting fucked even more. Got it.
Yeah. Yeah. See, that's for Doll. I am going to spend a threat to reroll those 2. Okay. Doll, you take 2 threat. 2 stress. And Doctor,
That means I'm screwed.
I'm gonna spend 1 more threat to reroll the 2.
Stop it.
Of course, the doctor's gonna get banged up.
Poor Doc.
As Doctor, you take 5 stress. Would you like to?
Ouch.
Yeah. Would you like to give me threat to resist the injury?
Nope.
Oh no, the answer to that's yes. Injuries are bad.
Yes. Maybe I want cybernetics, Chris.
I mean, you know what? That's fair. If you want to have a cybernetic, lung.
Is down in the sick bay. Everything goes. Everything gets thrown all over the place as you you try to balance yourself. Your legs go out from under you and whack. You strike your forehead against the side of a biobed.
Ouch.
Meanwhile, everyone else on the bridge does the bridge shimmy.
Yep, the Star Trek shimmy.
Well, although this one's less of a shimmy, and this one's more of the you guys throwing yourselves all over everything.
I'll immediately, as soon as I'm able to, check to make sure security systems are operable, because that's all that matters.
Engineering reports all clear, and minor casualties.
So hang on. First things first. This is gonna be a.
Sorry.
Where is it? No, it's fine.
Sorry, I'm back.
Welcome back.
I'm not sorry.
I'm very sorry.
As I'm going to need some. I presume someone's gonna call out for a damage report.
Yeah.
Give me Insight Command assisted by the ship's comms plus engineering. Difficulty 1.
To get the damage report?
Yeah.
Okay. Insight Command. Difficulty. What was the difficulty again? Sorry.
Only diff 1.
Diff 1? Okay. I'll still buy a die with threat. And assisted by... Okay, he's got it.
Start getting in reports from all decks. The first thing you note is, first off, multiple injuries across all decks just from people getting thrown about. You're no longer at warp. And you haven't heard from your CMO.
What the hell just happened?
Engineering reports that we have taken some casualties down here, but just a couple people banged up, and I don't know, Captain. We seem to must have hit something, or something hit us.
as currently down in engineering, Corn. Currently, panels are fluctuating wildly. As who would it be? Presumably, Larad looks over at you and says, "Sir, we appear to be getting EPS fluctuations all across the ship."
Send a team to junctions 3 Alpha, 32 Baker, and subjunction 2101C. I need all teams on this immediately. I'm detecting a
Understood.
spike in EPS energies, and we need to contain this now before we have a warp core breach.
Yes, sir. We'll get back to what engineering is hopping around doing in a moment. So what are you gonna do, Captain?
I want to know what the hell just happened. So
I will say you haven't heard from your doctor. That was the
yeah.
note for you.
All the way to sick bay.
It is quiet.
Dr. Darlow, respond.
Nothing.
Computer,
Like me
activate the EMH directly in sick bay.
Meanwhile, down in sick bay.
Should I
Horn
send
is-
security, Captain?
Yes, do it.
No,
Kara,
not
see if you can
Chief.
figure out. Kara, see if you can figure out what the hell just happened.
On it, Captain.
Meanwhile, so down in sick bay, please state the nature of the medical emergency. Oh dear! Oh, doctor! You have a very nasty gash on your forehead. We should do something about that.
I'm still conscious, right? Or am I jarred? Like, probably.
You're out.
You have
Cool,
a terrible
alright,
taste
awesome.
of the deadness.
You have a terrible taste of
Your head is gone. What happened?
That's going to be Control Medicine Difficulty 2 from the EMH. Emergency medicine does come into play.
Is the computer helping in any way? Ship's computers?
No.
Fair enough. Yeah, they're kind of banged up right now. I assume the computers are a little busy.
Where are my other docs at?
They just so happen to not be in this particular sickbay with you.
Of course, I'm not here when I need him. Of course.
You got the EMH, it's fine.
On a roll for the EMH. Control Medicine Diff 2.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
Their emergency medicine focus does come into play, and of course you can spend any resources you may want.
I said control, medicine,
Diff
emergency, focus. I would like to buy a die with momentum.
Go ahead.
I think that should have been rolled as EMH. I didn't change on my roll icon, so that was EMH.
Yeah. I am just gonna take that sweet, sweet threat juice.
Don't make it sound dirty. Stop it.
Threat,
I don't
threat
like
juice.
it either.
Threat juice does sound disgusting.
Blush.
It sounds like a terrible drink at a bar.
Threat juice. Oh dear.
It's like it's like the leftover stuff that people spilled out of their drinks into that little mat.
It's
Oh,
like
God.
a really bad like snake bite
Regular cocktail.
variation.
It's just a
Yeah.
shitty tea.
Oh God, I'm doing this. And so, with some work, he gets you up on the bio bed and stabilized. So, Doctor, you sort of come to as the EMH is running a dermal regenerator over your forehead.
What happened? What's going on? Where is everybody?
It would appear that you took a rather nasty spill, Doctor.
I gathered that much. Anything else to report?
Well, according to computer logs, it would appear that we have dropped out of warp.
And typically, when you drop out of warp, this does not happen at all, right? Like we should have like damper and stuff like that.
Correct. The sudden drop out of warp appears to have, the inertial dampeners were not able to compensate.
Sorry, that was meant to be out of character. I apologize.
Yes,
I was trying to confirm with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, cool.
Two Genesis devices with tri-eyes.
Image, can you tell me the status of the stasis equipment? What's going on in that section? Has there been a breach there?
Not as far as I am aware.
Actually, would that be a better question for computer, or will EMH, answer?
The EMH can also tell you.
Okay, cool.
If you will pardon me for a moment, however, and the EMH goes over to terminal, taps a couple of buttons. Sick bay to Captain Holloway.
Holloway here.
Apologies for not immediately getting back to you. The doctor suffered a head injury, and I had to effect emergency treatment.
Understood. How's he feeling?
He should be fine. I'd
Good.
suggest he lay down for a short bit while I monitor for additional signs of concussion, but he should be back on his feet within a few minutes.
Good.
How
We've
necessary?
got injured all over the ship. I need you guys to mobilize medical teams now.
Understood, Captain.
Would you like me to put the EMH in the agonizer, Captain, for his delay?
Yes!
He disconnects from the bridge, and he said, "The captain would like you to organize medical teams."
Yeah, I definitely get the order. And is what he said necessary? Like, can I get up and help, or am I definitely like, don't fucking move? It's best if you just stop.
You'd be able to organize medical teams.
But personally, I should probably stay in and go out and help.
For the moment, I'd request that you stay where you are. However, you can get up and move around. I will be monitoring you, however.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, did you hear me?
Not the last thing you said.
Yeah. Can I link to my own doctor sheet? Can I conduct my own medicine check, I guess, to make sure if I'm okay to get out of bed? Like,
Yeah.
assess my own damage very quick.
What kind of a cowardly doctor that assesses his own damage? Like, just do it, man. I'm just
Well,
kidding.
if I'm like randomly lose motor function while I'm trying to repair somebody, I might fuck up.
Give me
that's part of the risk.
Just give me a reason medicine diff 1.
I like Grax. Like, that's just part of it. That's part of the fun of being a doctor.
Yeah,
Will I
pretty
mess up
much.
today? Do they have malpractice
Hey.
insurance and
You're fine. You're fine, Doctor.
Cool. All right, I'm gonna go respond to any urgent calls, and I'm gonna try and make my way to the stasis area, but I'm definitely gonna try and help those in need on my way there.
Okay. Meanwhile, we are going down to main engineering, where everything is going wrong.
I don't see any explosions.
Where's the fire systems?
What kind of
The fire
immersion is this?
systems.
Did Kara make her roll yet on the scan?
What was she doing?
You asked me to figure out what happened.
Yeah,
Ooh.
I asked Kara to figure out what happened. Either her or Grak or both of them figure it out because they do that type of thing.
Sensor, scan, log, something. The computer.
Yeah, I just realized we might have skipped that part.
So that is to figure out what happened.
Yeah, were we in the middle of a poker game when this happened, or were we in the middle of a poker game when this happened, or were we at our stations?
You were at your stations.
Okay. So yeah, I would like to figure out what the hell happens, because I'm a pretty good pilot. I don't just hit shit in space.
I
Yeah.
will assist Grak.
So if you're scanning around to see if you hit something, give me a reason science difficulty 1 assisted by the ship sensors science.
Oh boy. I'm even shocked I got the 1.
And actually it was diff 0 because
Okay.
sensor science. So
I'm still shocked I got 1. That's all of an 8 for me.
Okay, so we get a momentum.
Yeah. There's nothing around at all.
What about like a giant holographic looking hand?
I was gonna say no. There's no giant green space hand.
Okay,
Aw.
it's worth a shot.
Reviewing the sensor logs up to the point of impact. Asking the computer what its most likely thing is that it thinks happened to us.
That's gonna be to figure out what happened. That's gonna be a reason engineering check.
Having been a survivor of a destroyed ship in my academic career, is there any way I could determine if we actually hit something, or if it was like some other type of thing?
Sure, actually, you can give me because you have the flight controller talent that lets you do things relating to propulsion as a con check. You can give me reason con diff 2.
Well, Grak does, but not Karak.
Yeah. Yes, for Kara it would be reason for Kara it would be reason engineering diff reason engineering to assist.
Okay.
Guess that means I'm not rolling. I don't know.
You're rolling. I assist you.
Yeah, because you're going to be rolling reason con.
I think no. Hang on. You're mishearing voices, Harmon.
Okay.
Karak is the one that was just talking, not Grak.
Oh, I'm sorry. Karak.
Yeah,
Oh, then in that
I don't have
case-
flight controller.
Oh, I'm sorry. Karak. Then yes, you're going to be rolling reason engineering.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, it was just because I had been in a,
Destroyed ship?
situation.
Yeah,
Hey, me
and I
too.
thought
High
maybe I would
five.
know if I
Character
did something or not.
go ahead.
Yeah, the war, man, the war.
Okay, so
What's diff?
it's diff 2, but Doll is assisting you.
And I don't think any of my focuses would apply unless I'm using sensors, and then they would.
No.
Okay. I'll buy a die with momentum.
Okay.
Sweet.
You figure, it's quite unlikely, looking over the sensor logs and everything, it's unlikely that you hit something. It's more likely that somehow you guys suffered a loss of warp field suddenly.
What kind of stuff can cause that? Do we have any warp field experts on board?
Warp field dynamics right here.
I figured.
It's almost like there's an entire set of engineering checks that have to be made.
Yep. And Corn is rushed over to the center console in main engineering, has pulled up a full, is basically running, not a full diagnostic, but like he basically created a special protocol for this earlier as a test drive for, like, if something goes...
Did you?
Well, like, in his free time, I'm going to say.
He's just telling you about it now, but yeah. he totally
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But basically,
so there's no mechanical advantage.
No, there's no mechanical advantages, but he's basically... The emergency protocol has basically... The test software has been installed, and it's caught, like, an error, and it's basically giving him, like, a rudimentary readout. It's not complete yet. It's still in, its early stages of development. But it's giving him a general readout, and if I need to spend a momentum for an advantage, I will. To say, for a scene advantage.
Yeah. Okay. Give me insight engineering difficulty of just to determine where the problem seems to be originating from. Just difficulty 3.
Difficulty 3? Okay.
Yeah, and let me check something about one of your talents. You get a bonus d20 because I know my ship.
Yep. And I'm going to use the focus of warp field dynamics or EPS systems.
I will allow that. Yes.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to call. I basically have an open comm to, like, my teams as they're running in and around in the Jeffries tubes. Status on EPS conduit 2015.
Assume you're just.
Yeah.
I'll say that you can use your engineering team to help out
Yep.
with this stuff,
so
you don't have to make a roll for that.
Correct.
But that counts as you having used your engineering team.
Okay. So
you're using it for this purpose.
Yep. I'm going to buy another die with momentum because I have the scene advantage. Because I bought a scene advantage, if you'll allow me. And then I'm buying an extra die with momentum, so
that's
two.
An advantage is 2.
Yeah.
So you're buying an advantage with 2 momentum.
Yes.
And then buying an extra die with another 2 momentum.
Yes, so 4 momentum.
So 4 dice.
4 dice. So we need to spend one with threat.
No.
No, because we only had 3 momentum, from what I saw.
No, you were up to 5.
We had 5.
Okay, I didn't see that because it disappeared from me for a moment and then reset to another value, and I was like, oh, okay, what happened? Sorry.
Okay, so you're rolling 4.
Yep, 4 die.
Against difficulty 2 now. Fitness as opposed to insight. What's your
insight. It's the same number, 9.
Okay. You get 2 momentum back. It would appear that the power issue is stemming from some kind of a fault in the port nacelle.
Larad, I need you and Jameson and Andrews. I need you down here, and we're headed over to nacelle 1. I need you and the rest of the team to isolate EPS conduit 12014 and stand by for a warp core shutdown if needed.
Yes, sir. I'll hold the fort down here.
You two with me. And he heads into the Jeffries tube.
Just as an FYI, you can't get up into the nacelle. If I'm remembering correctly, I don't think you can get into the nacelles via Jeffries tubes, can you?
I thought there was
Yes.
You can, because there is a junction that leads to the entry point to the nacelles. But then you take a ladder up. Yeah.
They get to the nacelles via the Jeffries tubes all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay. In that case, give me a fitness engineering.
Roger.
Difficulty of 2.
Yep. And focus Jeffrey tubes are my playground.
Yup.
Alright. Difficulty 2. And fitness engineering. Yep.
Are all the
collaboration
the
engineering
ladder?
come into play?
No.
Okay. I know my ship talent.
No.
The Jeffrey's tubes are like lined with carpet.
Prehensile tail talent for my balance and stuff.
Sure.
Okay. So that gives me an
'cause I
extra
think
die.
Because it specifically says
Fitness tasks.
or to climb,
Yep. Mm-hmm.
which is what this is.
Yep. And all right.
That'll do it.
Yep.
As you manage to get up by the port in the cell.
He's gonna calm down to Larad. Larad, I need you to set the warp core to idle for me, if it isn't already, and deactivate the impulse manifolds for nacelle 1. We're going in.
Where? Les yeux sont faits.
None.
That's my impression of Larad. He's like a really cool
Larad,
French guy.
Larad's gonna have to make me a control engineering diff 2 roll.
Cool. Control engineering diff 2. I will roll for Larad unless someone else wants to roll to keep things fair for everyone. I guess
Someone want to roll, or Captain, you want to roll Larad?
Go ahead.
I'll roll for the Ferengi. What was it?
Control engineering diff 2.
Control engineering diff 2. Any of the warp drive EPS systems or quick fix focus?
Yeah.
Okay. Nah, I'll just roll.
There you go. You're clear, sir. You should be able to get up into the nacelle now.
Understood. He's going to push the button on the door control, slides down, indicates it's clear. He's going to head in.
Okay. Give me... Now, this is going to be the one where you gotta actually work out what's going on. This is going to be another insight engineering. Was going to be difficulty 4, but you got yourself up into the nacelle itself. So... You can make these readings directly. So that brings the difficulty down by 1. Right down your comp range. So it's just Insight Engineering Diff 3 again.
All right. Prehensile tail comes into play because I'm balancing in here. Warp field dynamics. Focus. EPS systems.
I'll give you warp field dynamics.
Okay. He's looking closely at the giant nacelle, like coils that are inside the nacelle.
Yeah, warp coils.
Warp coils, and he's basically calculating the distance between those coils and seeing if any are misaligned or shifted because of the structural shock that the ship took, because that can throw off the warp field pretty heavily, and so he's going to analyze that before he does anything. Check the hardware before you check the software.
Mm-hmm. And that is 3.
Yep.
So it clicks to you that the way you were thinking of it backwards. It's not that the warp nacelles, it's not that the warp coils were damaged when the ship was thrown out of warp. The warp coils had the main warp coil had a defect in it that finally gave way. The warp coil finally failed. And the way it failed caused a horizontal cascade along the other warp coils in the nacelle and broke the whole thing.
Andrews, I told you and the team to maintenance this before we left space dock. And you never got around to it?
We double checked them, sir. You said it's a fractured main coil.
Well, now it's the entire coil assembly. We're gonna have to space dock.
casting.
We're gonna have to dry dock, get the whole nacelle replaced just because of this one fault. Do you understand how long this is gonna take?
Oh, that's not good.
The captain's gonna be furious with me. His hair starts prickling, and his fur starts, like, getting on end. He sighs. Captain, comm badge.
Go ahead.
Appears that due to a overlooked or oversight on a maintenance job by one of my team members, we are not going to be able to go to warp, Captain. We are going to need the entire left assembly of the warp coil completely replaced, which requires dry dock, as I'm pretty sure you're aware.
Or at the very least, requires EVA work, and in the case of this kind of damage, completely new replacement warp coils.
As I said, dry dock or some version of basically ship goes to silent running and we have to replace that component. It's not an easy, quick fix, Captain. Best I can give you is impulse, but I don't recommend using warp at this time. We just might go in circles, or worse.
I'll keep you updated, and we'll talk about that in a moment.
Understood. Thank you.
Lieutenant Grack, are there any space stations, any dry docks, anything nearby?
I'll start punching to my system and try to find out.
Okay, reason. That's going to be Reason Con, assisted by Computers Con, difficulty of 2.
May I help on the sensors?
This is looking up astrogation charts and seeing what's there.
Could we send word to Starfleet Command, sir?
Want to roll for the ship?
Uh,
Let's get some sweet momentum.
yeah, let's see if we can get some momentum first. Is anybody rolling for the ship?
I don't have the sheet open.
Okay. What is it again?
I'll do it.
Computers Con.
Okay.
Computers Con? Okay. I got it. So, 3 total.
Yep, so that's a momentum.
Yep, I got it. Commander Karak, go ahead and inform Starfleet.
Thanks, sir.
There you go, Grack.
I'll send a coded message, Starfleet Command, appraising them of our situation.
Yeah, that's fine.
Apprising, I should say.
So there's no star bases nearby, sir. There is looks to be a base in the neutral zone, though.
Or well, there are no Federation star bases.
Okay, no Federation star base, but looks to be like
on
there's
the-
something in the neutral zone, though, or a neutral base in the neutral outpost in some kind of neutral zone, not the neutral zone.
No, it's in the neutral zone.
Okay.
It's a neutral base in a
Okay, it's a
neutral zone.
It's a
neutral?
fucking base in the goddamn neutral zone. Jesus Christ!
We did it. That's teamwork.
You did it.
Is it?
I'll be right back. Give me a minute.
Okay. Looks like we have no other options.
Well, how long can we stay here? I mean, do we need to go to a base?
Hmm.
Meaning, like, if Starfleet Command will send a ship to,
mean,
you know,
we're
tow us
pretty-
back or whatever.
We're pretty far out, though.
Yeah.
Plus, I think the GM wants us to go to the base.
I don't know what you're talking about. Who? There's a Q that wants us to go to the base. What?
Yep, the Q wants us to go to the base.
That is very curious. No.
Boo. Hiss.
Yeah, I mean, it's bad enough that you know, we've had this engineering catastrophe due to the
Oh my gosh! Stop it!
Don't make me claw your eyes out.
I love you,
Computer
but I hate you at
load
the same
bat
time.
lift program. Remove safeties.
yeah,
So wait. So
that
we
would
can
be just
can
perfect.
we repair this with EV suits?
God damn it.
You're gonna have to basically take the lid off the entire nacelle, pull out all the little tiny coil
Okay,
ring
so it
thingies,
is
and
a-
then
it is
yeah, it's a dry dock.
For,
Yep.
for big things. Okay.
Yep.
I was about
I mean,
to
you
just
can
make
use the
Morgan
worker-
fix his mistake.
It's not my mistake. I tasked
It
before we
is-
left space dock. I told
it
everyone.
is your mistake because you are in charge of that department.
Okay, fine. But I went in there personally and told them, you need to do this, and you need to do it before we leave space dock. And what did they do? Oh, I'm just going to leave it
Oh,
on the
that's fine.
wayside.
That's fine. I mean, you're gonna have a talk with Holloway soon.
I know. Yep.
Yes.
And one
I am
poor
back.
one
benefit of
poor
being,
lieutenant is
upper decks.
one poor lieutenant is going to be probably demoted.
Not your call.
Well, they're going to get a reprimand from me.
They're gonna have to clean out the biofilters of the holodecks.
Yeah.
You gotta clean the.
Yeah,
What
it's
you
usually.
do, man?
You see, it's
You
usually.
have to
I
clean the
will
litter
say,
box.
I will say it's usually not. It's usually not so much a matter of You wouldn't get demoted over something like this. Typically, you would end up with a some kind of a reprimand.
Yeah.
It wouldn't look good on your record.
Yeah.
So, GM.
Yes.
Correct brings up a good point. How long would it take for Starfleet to send a tow ship out to where we are?
I'll answer that for a momentum.
Sure.
You are quite a ways away from any kind of tow from a Starfleet vessel. At least, I'd say 5 to 7 days for
Would it
them
be possible? Oh, go ahead.
for them to dispatch a tug from probably let me actually here I'll help I'll help us imagine this by
That actually doesn't seem like a long time at all.
I just am curious if we were to deploy all of our shuttles and that have a warp capability, could we create a perimeter and extend a warp field around the Ganymede and sort of tow it that way, slowly?
the Ganymede is way too big for something like that. If you were like a tiny little Gale 3 Nova class and you had a bunch of runabouts, maybe.
Yeah, just curious.
So that's where you are. So you'll note you're a good ways away from Outpost Sierra and Starbase 27. Although you've
Yep.
you've heard rumblings that they might be setting up. There's a possibility of a starbase being set up near Cestus, but currently that's just something that Command has been. That's something that the Admiralty has been bickering over whether or not they want to put a starbase that way.
Where's this secret base at?
Yeah, where's this? It's
Well,
in the neutral zone.
It's not that it's. I'll give you this without spending. It's not that it's secret. It's it's registered on the flight map. It's just
not Federation.
Yeah, it's just not Federation, so there's not a ton about it.
Where is it at though?
It's here.
I mean, I guess that really is our best course of action.
Yeah. Lieutenant Grack, take us to that starbase.
Aye, sir.
Okay, I'm going to need you to make me a. You're gonna plot a course. Give me a reason con, difficulty 2 assisted by the ship's computers con, to plot you a reasonable course that'll get you there on impulse.
Okay, reason con. Helm operations into effect.
You got ship's computers con.
Ship's computer con.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Boop.
Go. Gives you a momentum. As a short while passes and you arrive.
While we're traversing this,
Yes.
is it alright? Is it alright to do a scene while we're making our way there?
Sure, I'll allow it. What are you thinking?
I would like for Lieutenant Commander Korn to join me and Commander Kara in my ready room.
Dun dun dun.
Ooh.
Okay.
Step into my office.
Come into my
You should fight
office. You wanted Dahl and who?
Dahl and Korn.
And Korn. Okay.
Soon as Korn steps in, I'm going to stare at him for a very awkwardly long time.
His tail's
Kara-
flicking side to
Kara may
side.
speak if she would like, but Dahl is just going to be staring.
Dahl
Or
is
not
just going to be
not Dahl.
staring and
Sorry,
waiting.
Holloway is going to be staring.
Oh, this poor cat.
Commander Korn.
Yes, Captain. He's standing at attention, like a cat caught in the corner.
This mishap by your department. First of all, accidents do happen. Second of all, Commander, you are in command of that department. If I ever hear you blame one of your subordinates again, I will demote you to the rank of lieutenant.
Understand, sir.
You are in command. It is your responsibility as much as it is theirs. It is not an I, a me, or they. It is a we. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Good. Get the hell out of my office.
He scurries away with his tail between his legs.
And he leaves.
You know, Karak has prepared you like a special squirt bottle. It should be on your desk there.
Just start squirting.
Doesn't even say anything to him. He just scorns him.
No, no.
Maybe if this was lower decks, that would be hilarious. After Korn leaves, you are free to interject, Kara.
Sarah shakes her head. I know Korn. He goes over those reports again and again and again, and he doesn't have much of a personal life, if I may be so blunt to say that. I can't imagine how that would have been missed. That's a pretty major thing. But you can bet he won't forget again.
All right.
I know if Jason forgot something that caused critical damage, I would be taking responsibility for it as the head of the science department.
That is why you're where you're at, Kara.
She smiles a bit. Well, let's hope I don't mess up.
If you mess up, so do I.
This is getting me where the cat man destroyed my cell.
Aw, poor USS Ganymede. We'll get
That
you
sounds-
fixed up.
That sounds like it was Karak.
Yeah, it does.
That's a Karak joke.
Very correct joke.
Well,
What is?
I
Oh.
suppose we will see what this starbase has in store.
I'm concerned about what kind of a base would be out in the middle of no man's land, but we'll find out.
Yeah, it concerns me as well. That's why we're gonna have hoplites everywhere.
If you hadn't just mentioned it, I was going to suggest it. She grins. That's why you're the captain.
Well, you better head back out there.
She nods. Any orders, Captain?
Don't blow my ship up.
She laughs. I'll try not to.
You walk back out onto the bridge,
Mhm.
and you are arriving in the small little star system that houses this station.
Is that a white giant?
No. That's not the star.
Oh,
That-
okay. I was like, is that the star?
No, that is a planet.
Okay.
I was about to
was about to
say,
be
like,
like-
I've seen a star that big in Elite Dangerous, and I'm like, if we're here, we have problems.
No.
Because I've actually
That,
nearly slammed into that star in Elite Dangerous, and that was pretty not nice.
So we got a planet and a moon. Looks like. Okay.
Security suite.
As soon as we drop out, I am absolutely having Karak do a security sweep. I want to know what class of ships are at that base. I want to know if he can pick up any kind of life signs and what life signs they are. I also want to know what class of planet that is as well.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Captain, are we still at red alert, or did you stand down from that?
Oh, we're standing down from that. We are at yellow alert though. So I know who the heck we're dealing with.
Okay.
Understood.
So for starters, Karak can give me a reason security, difficulty 2, assisted by the ship's sensors security,
All right.
which brings it down to difficulty 1. Come to think of it.
Oh. I will do this haphazardly, boldly. I'll buy a threat. Buy a threat, I mean.
Okay, so I get.
I
get-
love bold.
I get a threat. Okay.
Yarp.
And then the ship is
And we get 2
Uh,
momentum. that we have to spend to quash that thing.
Yep, that's
Cool.
exactly what we're gonna do.
Awesome.
You know, if you'd have switched your image to the Ganymede before we rolled that, nobody would have known what a terrible roller you are.
That's fair. That is fair.
Okay. This is a this is a small little station that is of a, I think I had the race that make these hang on, I had it. It is a station of Tellarite design. But that, there are a lot of stations in and out of the Federation that use Tellarite technology to build them. It's an old school stations. Often can be bought on the cheap. It's an old station. There are 3 vessels docked with it. One is a freighter of the same class that you encountered last week. It's not the same ship, but it's the same class, aka they didn't have it in the budget to design a 3rd ship, so they used the model from the week before.
Yep, as is customary in Star Trek.
There's a Klingon freighter, which is this guy.
Can you ping again?
Oh, I wasn't on the right layer.
Oh, that's a Klingon freighter. Oh, okay.
Yeah. And an Orion interceptor.
Of course there's an Orion interceptor there.
It does have weapon systems on it. And I definitely say that they're probably a decent match for the Ganymede, but that's that's not abnormal, because this is a small little place out in the middle of the neutral zone. You have to be able to repel power.
Understandable.
Sure, it doesn't look great that you have a fully kitted out star base, but better not looking great than torn apart by disruptor fire from Nausicaan raiders. So what else did you want to do, Captain?
I wanted to know what biosigns they detected, if it kind of matched the ship. So we got Klingon, Orions, I'm sure. What
For
other
momentum,
kind of
I'll
biosigns?
answer that.
Sure.
Yeah, seems like a healthy mixture of various species.
Okay.
Nothing
And did we
out
get-
of the ordinary.
And do we know what class of planet this is? Because I did want him to scan for that as
yeah.
well.
Yes. So you can have someone scan the planet. That'll be Reason Science, Diff 2, assisted by the ship's sensor science. So that makes it Diff 1.
Sarah? Yeah, Discord has been kind of flickery here and there today. It's Diff 1 because our sensors are awesome.
I don't know, but this planet looks cool. I think this is the episode where Karak builds his first lightsaber.
Assisted by ships, what?
Sensor science. Because you're doing planetary scans.
Woohoo! Momentum. I suggest that everybody actually refresh Discord, like hop out and hop back in, because
Oh.
it is kind of acting up.
Yeah. Oh, and here, let me check a
So,
thing.
BRB.
Oh wait, that's right. It doesn't.
Testing.
Testing. Yep. I gotcha.
Testing. 1, 2, 3.
Hmm.
Alpha, beta, gamma. Dos tres.
You guys are good. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, and audience can hear you, so that's good.
And there you go, doll.
And I am assuming the captain wants to know this.
Presumably.
Captain, this appears to be a Class L world marginally habitable. Most of the world is covered in water, locked up in ice covering the planet's surface. There are quite a few subsurface oceans existing across the planet's surface.
Interesting. Well, we'll keep a lookout for friends there as well.
It's a good thing we've got an oceanographer on board.
Indeed.
I'd love to take a look, if there's time, sir.
Well, we're gonna be here for a while, maybe. Hopefully not too long, though. Take us into range of the station.
Okay. And Grak is easily able to putter you guys into range as you get a hail. Are you gonna...
Oh yeah, I mean, I'll have him answer. I just assumed it would come on screen already.
Oh. Whoop. Flip this one. I'm gonna move these guys out of the way. Welcome to Fractal Station. How can I help you?
God damn it. That's Chris, not Jack. This is Captain Jack Holloway of the Federation Starship Ganymede, requesting repairs.
It's always nice to see another Enterprise out here. You are in need of repairs, then? You are not here for the resort.
Resort?
Yes! My boss runs a very lovely resort on the planet's surface.
I see. We are just in need of repairs. Our warp nacelle took some heavy damage.
Understood. Please proceed to the following fix port. And he presses he with his hand he slams it down on one of like 5 big red buttons that are in front of him, which you can only imagine is like how he operates everything, because they have to keep it super simple.
Oh, Packlets. Oh, Packlets.
Fire bad.
Enjoy your stay at Fractal Station. And the conch, as Greg, you receive clearance to talk.
Jack is going to look over
Damon.
at. Yeah, Jack is going to look over at Karak. If there is anything suspicious going on, I would like you to take immediate action and use the hoplites if necessary.
Hey, sir.
Take us in.
And you dock with Fractal Station.
GM, what should I put down for my injury?
Your injury has been treated.
Okay, cool. Still stress levels are pretty high though, right?
No, we are now in a new scene.
Oh, cool.
So your stress goes down.
I already removed the momentum.
Yep.
Fractal Station. I just want to say, I don't trust Packlids at all.
Why not?
I trust them not one bit.
Oh, and here, I forgot to do this.
Racist.
No, not racist.
Smart.
Smart. Just the same way as I don't trust a Romulan, a Klingon, or a Borg. Actually, no, Klingons are fine. Klingons are fine. I headbutt Klingons. I don't trust Romulan, and absolutely don't trust anything that has Borg technology surgically altered into it. Or Orions. Don't trust them either.
Yeah. So,
Who do you trust?
so
Might be a
you
short
guys.
list.
His beverage.
The Ganymede. I trust the Ganymede.
so you have arrived. So you have arrived at the station.
Well, I was gonna ask, is it during our trip, could I have done some sort of like I don't know, security sweep of the ship or something? I don't know how long it took us to get here, but I was assuming it was maybe a few days or something. But just because I
No,
was concerned
this-
about saboteurs.
This took you less than a day to get here. But I will
Oh,
say that using your security team advantage, you were able to do a security sweep of the ship.
Okay.
Now that everything's settled down.
It took us less than a day to get here. This thing was really close.
Yeah, no, you're fortunate. You're fortunate that you broke down where you did.
Fortunate.
Fortunate.
Yeah.
Fortunate. Yep, that's a word you want to hear from a GM.
Not going to be used for scrap at all.
All right, well, I guess we dock with the very sketchy station.
Very good. As you, so who is going to go over?
I mean, I want Karak to stay aboard the Ganymede and make sure there is nothing suspicious happening. Korn is also to remain to help assist the damage that him and his crew caused. Engineering is not getting a break.
Yeah.
You didn't send. I thought you sent Corn to his room without dinner.
No.
I swear, Korn, I am going to replace you with that emergency engineering hologram Grennan won't shut up about.
No. Korn and the engineering team get to help fix the problem.
Yes.
The entire engineering team. So Kenson is also going to be working on that. Sorry, Doc.
No, that's fine. What was the status of the stasis pod thing? Like, was that still intact and everything?
Yeah, that was fine. Fortunately, because of a little something that you set up, Karak. You set up that thing with the structural integrity field.
Yes.
And so
Karak is very thorough.
So it was overcompensating, which meant that when it happened, it was able to even out, and it rattled a bit, but nothing came of it. Like, you got a report from the hoplites who were overseeing it that, yeah, it rattled a bit, a couple of them fell down. but the the precautions put in place kept anything from getting damaged.
Holloway, Holloway is gonna go aboard the station.
Right? Anyone else heading aboard the station?
Who did he want with him?
Whoever wants to go with me.
Sure, why not?
Is there anything that the doc might learn from this place? What is known about this?
I will say that oceanographer and a couple of the scientists, if they want to go to the surface, they are more than welcome to go to the surface and take a look at it. As long as they have some security with them. Pakcha and I can't remember that one's name.
Prolong.
Prolon, yeah. That's funny.
Both ensigns.
That's funny that they're like, "Oh, let's go."
They're excited. Although, of course, they presumably will also need to get permission from their department head. Doll?
Yes.
Do they get permission from their department head to go check out the planet?
Absolutely, especially if they want to go check out the oceans. Doll is 100% behind that idea. Exploration. Why not?
Heck yeah. So for the moment, the two of them are just gonna work on getting together a shuttle. They're not heading down immediately. They're gonna go through the channels of getting a shuttle checked out through the con department, and they're gonna load some of their own equipment in there, and then they realize, oh, we're probably gonna have to make a check-in with the station and make sure it's okay to go down, and they're gonna be at this a while.
Okay. I'll make sure that they have the right checklist to not offend the local authorities.
Yeah. Oh, and hang on, there's one other who's also going down with them. Where is he? Where are you?
I like to tell those nerds, kind of like a little sidebar, like, hey, if you want to get in good with Commander Dahl, you should bring back some sort of plant. She loves those.
Ooh, that is true. I actually don't have anything from any ocean planets, believe it or not. If it's okay with the local population here.
This is a side mission given to them from me.
Nerds. So then it's just Captain Holloway then, unless Dahl is also going
Grax said he was going.
Oh yeah.
I missed
Yeah.
that. Okay.
I gotta have my muscle with me.
I'll go with Cap as well if he will have me.
Yep, more than welcome.
Cool.
Karak's in command of the Ganymede right now because he needs to make sure nobody is going to try to be sneaky and steal our stuff.
Oh, although Dahl isn't currently in the center chair, but
Well, yeah,
You're-
unless Dahl's coming over.
Somebody's got
I've already destroyed 2 ships.
Yep, Dahl, stay on the ship. Just
I
kidding.
mean, I would love to go with you guys, but
Yeah.
I will go where I'm told to go.
Yeah, Jack is gonna go over to the station only momentarily, and then he's gonna come back to the Ganymede. I just want to see what this station's all about.
this station, as you come in, it appears to be sort of a stop in the middle of nowhere rest stop for anyone crossing the neutral zone. And given the kinds of people that cross the neutral zone, yeah, this is exactly what you'd expect out of a place like this.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It's exactly what you expect out of a place that doesn't have to adhere to either Federation or Klingon law.
Yup. Yup. Okay. Is there anything that I need to do aboard the station to kind of make sure that our ship is taken care of? Do I need to talk to anybody?
So a short bit after a short while, that Packlet comes up to you.
Of course he does.
You are the captain of that enterprise?
I am the captain of the Ganymede, yes.
Very good. It's not often that we get Starfleet people around here. My boss would very much like to speak with you about the repairs that need to happen on your ship.
Of course. Lead the way. This is my con officer, Lieutenant Grack.
I'll give a nod at him.
Oh, nope. Very good. If the two of you will follow me. And he leads.
What about me, sir?
Oh yeah, you went. I forgot that you went with us because you were quiet and you weren't over there.
So who else? Karak? Oh no, the doctor. Right.
Yeah.
And this is my chief medical officer, Dr. Dallo Cross.
Nice to meet you.
Very, very good.
Go ahead and take us to your boss.
Take me to your leader.
Come on. And you are brought up to an office that, God, I can only describe as incredibly ostentatious.
Sounds about right.
Everything is either like gold plated or marble or just incredibly gaudy. However, there is a woman sitting behind this massive desk. And behind her is a massive portrait, not of her, but of a man wearing a hat, and with a big bushy mustache. And the Packlet sort of gives a slight bow. Allow me to introduce to you the matriarch of Fractal Station, Mrs. Margaret Mudd.
Oh, fuck. We're leaving, guys.
And which, behind her is a portrait. I think I can shift.
Yep.
Very.
That's the big portrait behind.
It's Greg's spirit animal.
If I can find that hat, I'm stealing it.
I mean, it was probably already stolen in the first place, so. Wow.
Oh, hang on. I screwed up my Roll20 and now I'm no longer in the game. Give me a second and I'll get back in.
Guys, we have free reign.
No. Well, it's been a while since we've had Starfleet types like you come out this way. To what do we owe the pleasure?
Repairs.
Ah. And I presumin' you're gonna have something to be trading with out here?
We've got plenty of latinum.
Oh? Enough latinum to affect repairs on a ship of that size? That's impressive.
Actually, good point. How much do we have latinum? Because I know we have some for situations like that.
Yes, I would say you probably have about enough.
Okay.
You're probably gonna have to put in a requisition for it afterwards because this is probably gonna take most, if not all, of the latinum that you have stored.
Do we have
Yo.
stuff that would be useful to them that we could trade?
That's yeah. That was my next question.
Hmm.
What kind of trade would you be interested beside Latinum?
Well, that's the fun thing. You're here at Fractal Station. You get people from all over trading who knows what. I don't really care.
I just arch an eyebrow. Lady, I do not mince words. I would ask you not to do the same either. What do you want?
What do I want? Oh, I just want to run my little home away from home, run my little resort, and continue in the grand family business that my granddaddy left me. And she looks up longingly at the giant painting behind her.
We'll make sure we have something of trade then.
Oh, very good. And now, I don't know if any of you or your people were hoping to go down to the resort. Do be aware, we do have an admittance fee.
What's the fee?
Let me see what the fee is gonna be for this. No, I want Latinum prices. I'm just trying to find a good. I'm just trying to find a good descriptor of what might be a good.
Just for the GM's sake, and the captain's sake, my team is cross-checking and verifying with me any part that is installed on the ship before it's installed to make sure it is not of inferior quality or like a shoddy, workmanship.
30 strips per night.
Pretty steep.
Well, I don't know. I'd say it's a rather fair price. 30 strips is enough to get you 3 visits from the pleasure goddess of Rix. Or so I'm told.
I'll pass this information on to my crew. I have no intention of going to your resort.
Can't blame a gal for trying.
Would you say it'd be your last resort?
Ah.
Yeah.
Somebody leave over that terrible pun? Fair. I'll allow it.
Oh god. Yeah.
There was a time long ago, the 18th century, when puns were considered the highest form of humor.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, it's so. Actually, to put it in context, that's a bar and a half a night.
Okay. Pass it on to my crew.
Good. Well, if there's nothing else you'll be needing of me, Captain, do try not to get into too much trouble on my station here. Or do. Again, I really don't care.
Miss Mudd, I'll turn and...
You leave now.
That's what we're doing.
And then as soon as you're gone, the packlet closes the door.
Well, if you two would like to go to that resort, you're more than welcome to, but I'm going back to Ganymede.
I think I'm good. So do we have a problem with the cost of the repairs? What's going on, Captain?
They said that we have to trade something, which is very suspicious.
You think professional services will do if I were to help those who might be medically in need?
She didn't seem to care what we paid, so perhaps.
So, what is your plan then?
Holloway's going back to the Ganymede.
Okay.
Doc is
As
following.
So, as you go back, I'm gonna spend 2 threat. As you're approaching the docking port, I knew I recognized that stiff shoulder line somewhere. Comes a voice from over your shoulder.
Yep, I figured I'd run into him. It isn't Tula.
I must say, Captain, I am surprised. I didn't expect that someone like you would visit a dump like this.
Could say the same thing about you.
Oh, you flatter me, Captain.
It was not meant to be a flattery.
Yes, well, I do occasionally have dealings here in the neutral zone, and, well, Miss Mudd's little station has its uses, and, well, as you may or may not be aware, I do love to give my pretty little boys here some time on the planet's surface. I like to give them time off when I can.
Sure you do. If you'll excuse me, Tulum, I've got work to do.
Wait. So, how bad is it?
How bad is what?
Oh, come now. We all see the damage on that ship. The port nacelle's nearly blown to smithereens.
That is none of your concern.
Oh, even if I might have some, replacement warp coil?
I don't have time for these games, Tulum.
Oh, I can... I can be made amenable. I can give you a very, very good price. Or you can try your luck at the markets.
This is the dickweed that was on the planet that we were dealing with the Gorn. Doc, you've met
Okay.
him.
I think you've met him.
I thought he was the one guy that was, a dickhead. So
He is.
You've seen this guy. Yeah, yeah, I mean, sure. Give me Insight Command. I'm spending 3 threat. Just, fuck you, I guess.
Yeah, I didn't think I was gonna get anything. I was just, yeah, I'm okay with you spending threat. That's fine.
Oh, wow. Wow. I gained 5 threat. I've rolled really well, guys. Yeah, you have no idea.
Really wishing I took Mean Right Hook right around now.
Oh, I mean, Jack's very close to just
Didn't
socking
you?
the guy.
No, I took the override ability, which I realize is which I realize is really stupid to take since we don't have Starfleet combat at all ever.
I was gonna say I thought you were gonna switch it to Mean Right Hook.
Nah.
Yeah. So,
Tell you what, Tulum. Why don't you coordinate these efforts with my chief of engineering? Let him go over your parts and make sure they're up to our standards.
Well, I suppose, I do want Latinum, of course, and that's always a constant. As I've said, I'm willing to give you a much better rate than you're likely to find here at the market. That I give you my honor as a fair and honest trader.
You don't have honor as a fair and honest trader, Tulum.
Fair enough. Now, what I would like to make up the difference, however, is information, which, as we all know, is worth its weight in latinum. I think Miss Mudd is hiding a little something on the planet's surface. I want to know what it is.
Interesting.
You tell me what it is, and I'll give you a, shall we say, 55% discount.
70.
Presence command opposed.
Negotiation focus.
Oh yeah, you're playing hardball. Spending 3 threat.
As you should. I'm gonna spend a threat and 2 momentum.
Okay.
And I get to re-roll those 2 because it's 1. I get to roll 1 because
19.
of
Much. Oof.
so
Not
I
good enough.
re-rolled
Yep.
that comp. So
Yep. You get 2 momentum.
yay! I get the momentum I spent back.
I knew there was a reason I liked you, Captain. You drive a hard bargain, but you have a deal.
All right, we'll see what we can find out.
Huh. Ta-ta, you know how to reach me. And he slips between his 2 Orion guards who just stare you daggers.
Oh, I'll stare back.
And then they all walk away.
Should never have let that guy go. I'll head back to the Ganymede. And I will make sure Korn is aware that he is going to be inspecting every part that is going to be installed into the ship.
Oh, I've basically had a team powwow and basically said, if you think anything is out of place, you bring it by me first before it's installed. We don't need another hiccup. And I will be doing the same and doing routine checks on each team. We're working as a team.
As soon as I'm back
Remember
aboard
that.
the Ganymede, I am going to call a conference.
Oh, first time.
Okay.
Hang on. I assume everyone?
Oh yeah, the senior staff.
Everyone is here. Okay.
We've gotten a deal with our old friend Tulam. Luckily, his interests align with my own at this point. I also want to know what mud is hiding on that planet's surface. I need your all thoughts and opinions on this matter.
Well, Captain, as you well know, my team is full with everything we are doing to make sure that as you requested, every single part that is installed by our, if I can say it, our dear friend Tulam and his assistants is Starfleet manufacturers approved, sealed, and certified before any piece gets put on our ship.
Tara, what are your thoughts?
Well, we already have a team that's investigating the surface. If you want me to assemble an addition to their team to discreetly look around, we can. I think the risks are minimal looking around on the surface.
I don't like dealing with these people. And Tulam will probably try to double cross us.
Oh, absolutely.
And unfortunately, out here, we don't have legal precedents to apprehend these Orions. But out here, we don't have legal barriers to keep us from punching a few teeth out. Brack, what's on your mind?
I would take anything they give us and break it down to its molecules and rebuild it ourselves. I don't
Nice.
trust these people.
I don't believe we have any time to, as you said, break down a set of warp coils. There are 24 of them, and reassemble them. We need a very, very large replicator, which we do not have at our disposal at this time. Unless the captain or anyone else has any other suggestions of how we can acquire parts to repair the ship, I'm all ears.
Commander Karak, you've been quiet.
Yes, Captain. I also do not trust the Orions. It is my opinion that we should await our escort.
I'm not sitting at this station for a week.
I mean, did losing an nacelle destroy our life support?
No.
Then why do we need to come to this station in the first place? We can just wait for a tug. 5 days is nothing. Literally nothing.
Because it was really close, so why not look into it?
I mean, granted, yes, I know out of character. Yes, it's the hook, but 5 days is absolutely nothing in space travel.
He said 50 days.
No,
meant
no,
50.
no. No. It's more of you have a mission that you guys have to do. You're supposed to be patrolling this region of space, and for you guys to be sitting dead in the water is not good.
Tactically speaking, it would be a very bad thing to be out in the middle of the water. At least at the station, you're unlikely to get shot at actively while you're all kind of chilling out.
Well, considering all of that, I guess the security's recommendation would be to have security and engineering supervise, any work done with the Orions.
Agreed. I don't trust them at all. I don't trust anybody on this station. I don't trust Miss Mudd. I don't trust that Packlet she's got working for her. And frankly, if any of them steps out of line on my ship, well, we have hoplites now.
Commander Karak, if I could ask for a favor of you, while the installation is in progress, I'd like, just for my own sake and the rest of my team, if you could inspect any cargo that comes aboard, particularly in terms of parts, for any nefarious things. I don't want to be bringing on anything we don't need, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, Karak gives you a acquiescent nod.
Thank you.
Commander Dahl, have McConnell see what he can find out from orbit, but perhaps we do need to check out that resort after all.
Aye, Captain.
So, are we all in agreement here that we don't trust him, and we're gonna watch every move?
And punch out teeth as needed, Captain?
Of course.
If I need to claw out any Packlet or Orion eyes, I will.
Meow.
The Ganymede comes first, sir.
That she does, he says.
All right. Well, let's talk about this resort then. Who wants to go?
Kara raises her hand.
I thought you might.
They could have plans.
I don't think it's that kind of resort.
It's
A resort without any sort of foliage would not be much of a resort.
it seems more along the lines of Ariza.
I've actually never been to Ryza, or any resort for that matter.
Yeah, perhaps don't go alone then. Somebody needs to go with you.
Are we splitting up and going to the resort and the other one planet side?
Perhaps someone savvy,
Crack?
like Crack. Exactly.
Yeah, I can go.
You've seen adventure enough. You can keep me out of trouble, right?
Sure.
Out of character. Who doesn't want to babysit the XO?
Most people.
I'm worried about I'm more worried about having to be babysit myself. So
Jack wants no part of that resort. So Holloway doesn't do vacations. All right. Commander and Grak, you'll head down to the resort then. Grak and Korn, make sure you're inspecting every inch of the material that they are installing. Also, Karak, you have the added duty of making sure nobody else is on board this ship that is not authorized to be aboard this ship.
Aye, sir.
Dr. Dallo,
yes, Captain.
if you, actually, you probably should be attending to some of the wounded still. But if you would like to also accompany them to the resort, that may be better to have 3 than 2.
I'm sure, Captain. I'm sure my medical team has everything underway here. I'm sure, Captain.
All right, dismissed.
Good. And so, presumably, you will start to prep your So who else is going down to the planet's surface? With the science team. I know Dahl is.
Dahl and Grak. For sure.
Okay.
And that's where I'm going too, right?
And Dr. Dallo. Korn, Karak, and Holloway are staying aboard the Ganymede.
Good. So Commander Grak and Dr.
Commander Grak and Dr. and Dr. Dahl.
Oh god. Ugh.
Dr. Dahl and Dr. Dallo walk into a bar. Ouch.
Oh, boo.
I think this is the kind of trying to figure. I think it's probably this one. Or no.
To be fair, I didn't think of Dallo. Well, like I thought of Dallo without knowing Commander Dahl's name at all. Like I made.
Well, I believe
It
you.
was total coincidence.
I
Yeah.
also panicked at having to figure out a Betazoid last name, and I just literally looked through the book for something that would go with Kara and not sound atrocious.
Yeah,
Her name is straight from the book.
I don't.
think Grak and I coordinated either to have similar names, but I know I made my guy, and then Grak showed up, and I thought we could be cool, like identical name twins, high-fiving each other across space.
Then, yeah, because then you got Jack, Crack, and Grak. Like, but how cool of a name is Jack Holloway for a Starfleet captain, though? Come on.
Yeah, it is good.
Yeah, I was doing some research on something, and I can't remember what it was, but I thought that was a cool name. So
Presumably, you guys will be taking a runabout.
Oh yeah, we have one of those now.
Yeah, because you guys have the expanded shuttle bays. So you walk into the shuttle bay, and you see the three of them there at work. Ensign Pacha comes up to you and says, "Ah, Commander, are you here to see us off?"
As a player, I need to think of how to word this. What exactly are we looking for on the surface? Do we have any inkling whatsoever as players?
We do not. Tulum did not give us much information. He just said that that he thinks that Mud is hiding something on the surface, and he wants to know what it is. Which, since he brought it up, Jack wants to know what it is too. So
Do we care? It's a neutral zone.
I'm just kind of curious.
Blackmail might make prices better.
Theory-wise, it's probably something that blows a warp cord at a distance, so you can scrap them.
And as a player, does Kara actually want to tell them what's going on and to look for things, or to give them the heads up that there may be danger if this is actually true? Yeah, I think she would care enough about her team that she would want them to at least know that something might be up. So, Kara takes a moment. She said, "There's no easy way to say this. We have been approached by the Orions." She rattles off the name because I can't remember the name. I'm horrible with names.
Dickhead
You-
Tulum.
Pacha says.
What does Pakcha say?
Him?
She nods. Him.
Why would the
No.
captain make a deal with him after what he did at the outpost?
He's got warp cores that we need.
Coils.
Coils. He's got warp coils that we need, and we could get back onto patrol much faster than waiting for a Starfleet tug repair. Time is of the essence. Every day that we're here and not patrolling, she shrugged slightly.
Yeah, I guess. Prolin says. But what does that have to do with us?
Well, if this lying sack of green shit is correct,
Oh,
you three may be in some danger. I wish you to stay alert, and if there is any sign of trouble, please emergency teleport out. I do not want you risking your lives against a rumor. Also, if you do happen to see anything unusual, anything at all, you know I always want to know whether it's related to whoever runs this resort or not.
of course, Commander.
What's the environment like on the planet?
It's an L.
It's an L
Type
world, marginally
Type
habitable.
L.
It's mostly covered in water, locked up in the ice covering the planet's surface. But there's lots of oceans underneath the ice.
Are we going to need environmental suits or something like that?
No.
No.
L class are habitable.
Yeah.
My
It's
Excellent.
basically the closest thing to M without actually being M. Usually because it has some feature to it that makes it not good for most species. Like Earth is an M-class planet because pretty much any species can go there and be fine. The temperature on this planet, like the very low temperatures, means most people can survive there, but it's gonna be a bit hardy.
There you go. That's directly from the book.
Cuckoo?
Well, add a character, Kara probably feels much better having warned them to watch their backs and to not get into trouble.
And with that, the runabout will depart the shuttle bay and start making its way towards the surface of the icy planet below. But what you will find down there is something that is probably gonna have to wait until next week's episode.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us on Star Trek Ganymede, Season 2, Episode 3, A Lawless Port. And yes, we now know why this port is so lawless.
Mud!
Okay, get your stick out of that. Until then, is there anything our crew or our Q would like to say?
We're good?
Alright, well, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us, and we'll see you next time among the stars. Till then, hailing frequencies are now closed.
Very good.